Okay, so picture this, right? You've had a crazy day, feet hurt, you just want to collapse. You stumble into a cafe, desperate for that caffeine hit, but instead of a barista, there's a robot. And I don't mean some clunky machine. I'm talking sleek, efficient, taking orders, making lattes, the works.
And it remembers your usual, throws in a little rough day with a knowing look.
Exactly. It's like something out of a movie, except this is the future Elon Musk is painting with his Optimus robots.
Which is what we're diving into today.
This whole world of Optimus and AI just exploding everywhere, you know?
And what's crazy is these robots aren't just party tricks. They're built to move around our world, our homes, offices. I mean, yeah, the coffee thing is cool.
Gets your attention, right?
Totally. But that's just the start. It's showing us that AI is breaking free from screens and like getting physical.
Right. It's not just suggesting what to watch anymore. It's out there, actually, like doing things. But how does Optimus even work? Is it that different from, say, a really advanced Roomba?
It's the combination of really advanced robotics with, like you said, AI breaking free. Optimus doesn't just see its surroundings, it understands them. And it can pick things up, manipulate them way beyond anything we've seen. Imagine a program playing chess versus a robot actually picking up the pieces, strategizing. Totally different ball game.
Okay, so Optimus is cool and all, but this deep dive isn't about robots taking coffee orders, right? What's the bigger picture? What does this mean for everyone else who isn't building robot armies?
It's not just robots. It's the sheer speed of AI development everywhere. This isn't sci-fi anymore. Think about those personalized recommendations you get online. That's AI. Quietly learning what you'll like, predicting what you'll click. Even your spam filter, getting smarter every day.
So it's like AI is this invisible assistant we didn't even realize we hired, and it's everywhere.
Exactly. You know what surprised even me when we were prepping for this? Some of the most powerful AI tools are built into things like, you're not going to believe this, WhatsApp.
Wait, WhatsApp? Like the texting app?
Right. You'd think it's just for messaging. But their business platform, it uses AI for some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine knowing exactly which messages get your customers clicking, which ones fall flat. And I don't mean guessing, but actually having data on it. That's AI at work.
See, this is what I love, those moments where you realize this tech isn't some abstract thing. It's already in the stuff we use every day. But how do we go from, okay, that's neat, to actually using this to, improve our businesses, our lives?
That's the million-dollar question. And the good news is you don't need to be a coding genius to make it work for you. What's key is understanding how these tools work and where they fit in. It's about moving from AI is magic to AI is a tool, here's how I use it.
So how do we actually use it? Give me an example. Like, let's say I'm running a small business. What's my AI in point?
Totally depends on the business, but let's stick with WhatsApp, right? Say you're sending out promotions. Instead of just guessing what works, the AI can actually show you.
Show me what?
Which messages are getting people to click, which ones are falling flat. It's like having,
Like a super-powered marketing assistant.
Exactly. But instead of gut feeling, you've got hard data.
Okay, that's cool. But what about people who aren't running businesses? How does this affect, like, someone working a 9 to 5?
That's where it gets really interesting, actually. Think of all the stuff in your workday that's just like the same thing over and over. Expense reports, scheduling, even answering emails.
Sure.
AI is already being used to streamline that stuff, even automate it.
So instead of being buried in busy work, you can actually focus on, the more creative parts of your job.
Exactly. Working smarter, not harder. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even touched AI in healthcare, diagnosing stuff way earlier, or education, tailoring lessons to how each kid learns best.
Man, it's a lot to wrap your head around, this idea that AI isn't just robots and self-driving cars. It's changing how we do everything.
And that's exactly why it's so important to get a handle on this stuff now, to understand what it can do, but also, what its limits are. The more we learn, the better we'll be at navigating this whole new world.
It's like we're stepping onto a whole new continent, right? Exciting, a little scary, but definitely not boring. It's like we've been standing on the shore watching this AI wave build, and now it's like it's crashing down, reshaping everything.
And like any wave, you can either learn to surf it or get completely wiped out.
So how do we become surfers? How do we go from feeling overwhelmed to, actually steering the board?
It starts with education. The more we get this stuff, how it works, what it can do, what it can't.
Right, and the good and the bad.
Exactly. The better decisions we'll make about where it goes from here.
So no more sticking our heads in the sand and hoping for the best?
Nope. We got to be informed, ask the tough questions, make sure things are being developed ethically. Our voices matter.
It's a call to action. Speaking of, for our listeners ready to jump in, where do they even start? What's one thing they can do today to ride this wave?
Honestly, start small. Think of one thing in your life or your work where AI could help. Then just, dive in. There are tons of free resources out there, courses, tutorials, all of it. Even that WhatsApp example. Dig a little deeper into their business tools, you'll be amazed what they can do.
So the message is, don't be scared, be curious. The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's being written right now, and we all have a hand in it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a wild, exciting time to be around, and I'm actually really optimistic about the future AI can help us build.
Well, on that note of optimism, we'll wrap up this deep dive. A huge thank you to you for breaking all this down for us. Seriously, fascinating stuff.
Happy to do it.
And to you, our listeners, stay curious, keep learning, keep asking those important questions. We'll see you next time.